Holy crap, that bat is loud. What bat is that? Is that the CAT X Connect? Yeah. That a boy. Looks good. That's a 33-inch 2023 CAT X Connect. Kids, this is what we got here today. This is the composite, right? This is the composite. This is last year's composite, the Stars and Stripes one. This is the CAT X, so it's got this new fancy like gel knob. They said it's like liquid in there. Ooh, if you haven't listened to our podcast on these bats with Ryder Dupuis, Dupuis, we really should. You really should. It's got this new connection, this stuff. They've really revamped a lot of these bats from 2023. These are the three, or from 2022 or 2021, because it's a 2-year cycle. And here we are, folks. We're gonna do a little bit of a swing and a miss. We're gonna do a little bit of a bat fitting today with this new software we got. We're gonna compare some hands, some bat speed, some barrel efficiency, some exit velocities, and we're gonna try to fit, if you will, this kid to CAT X, CAT X Composite, CAT X Connect, and see if we can see any differences in each, and maybe get a sense for what he feels and what he likes. That orange knob. Show them that orange end there. That's our Garmin sensor. We're gonna get some average bat swinging speeds. There we go. Let's rock and roll, folks. Gonna be a good day. All right, this is the CAT X Composite, or CAT X Connect. So we're gonna get some bat speeds on the CAT X Connect. Here is our, there's that, 252. And notice it actually picks up the speed immediately right here. It keeps the averages, keeps the, what's that one? 65. 65. 62?
66.
All right, man. What do you want to go with next? You want to do the Connect? We're going to work back through these bats, of course. The composite, or you want to do the just the old CAT X?
The old CAT X.
The old guy. The classic. It's not really the old guy. This one has the new knob inside of it. So this is the one that has the new gel knob. Looks really cool, I guess. And the idea is that it just dampens sting, right? Single piece bat, it's gonna wring your hands a lot. So the idea is that this will help dampen sting. Whereas with these bats, right? These bats have connection pieces. And so you don't really need to dampen a sting on a connection piece. Whereas this guy, it's gonna ring. So we gotta do it right. All right, let's see what we get. All right, so we had an average of the first 5 hits on that Connect of 73, max of 76. We'll get the average exit speeds, or average swing speeds here in a minute. But this is where we're at. And now we've got the CAT X in there. This is the fancy one with the new knob. Let's go, bud. Rock and roll. Atta boy. All right, so we're off. That's a 243 footer. 68.
65. 66. 63. 64.
All right, you're good. So he had a couple mishits. So in my book, we need to remove some of the outliers here. So I'm going to remove some outliers because he had a couple that hit tracks picked up at like 40, which clearly is not a good indication of how the bat does. But so I think he was trying to read it for me and do it at the same time. So we missed those. So we'll get rid of these guys. We have 5 hits. Okay, that bad boy. And so through our first 5 hits, this is kind of what we're looking at. Now we're going to switch over to the CAT X Composite. This guy here. So since this is our middle bat, we like to do 10 with this one. We'll do a little bit of a break at the 5 swing, just so it's not, he doesn't get in a groove or anything. But you're on, man. This is the CAT X Composite 2023, baby. First time swinging this one. Speed?
70.
No. Right, this is your single piece alloy right here. This is, the CAT X, been around forever. A type of bat, right? Since the CAT 5 squared. Connect, 2-piece, right? that same kind of outer locking system. They also have kind of put a groove inside of this one as well to make it a little stiffer from the 2021 version of this bat. This is obviously aluminum, right? Aluminum. This guy here, though, is the one that sounds the most different. This is the CAT X Composite. Still that same two-piece idea, right? Connection, but now you have a composite handle, composite barrel. After just a few hits on both of them, what would you say? What's your commentary?
This one felt kind of like the composite.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit different, so.
You.
It didn't feel worse, but it just felt different.
Yeah.
And then I like this one, the connect a lot.
Yeah.
And then this one just kind of felt like every other cat.
Yeah. When you do swing weights, you have a sense of which one swings heavier? We'll do the swing weight here in a minute, but what's your guess on which one swing heavier to lightest if you had to choose?
I think this one swung the lightest.
Okay.
And second lightest and then heaviest.
You think the CAT Composite swung the, sorry, did you say heaviest or lightest?
This one the heaviest.
You think the Composite was the heaviest?
It felt the heaviest, yeah.
Interesting. I would be surprised if it was. My guess is, just knowing previous ones, that this one's probably the heaviest, and then these two are probably pretty close to being the lightest. But I don't know. I have actually not done the swing weights yet. I guess we'll figure it out. If you had to choose a bat right now, middle of the game here, which one would you choose?
I'd probably go with the connect.
Connect. Nice. All right, let's see what the numbers say. So this is sort of, again, the midway point. These are our three different bats. This is the average bat speed. Now, this is measured off of a Garmin sensor. They all use this same kind of gyroscope. And remember the bat speed for this one, so 61 was the last one in the top left corner. We like that Garmin sensor a lot compared to like blast motion or maybe the DK sensor. But in any case, the Garmin sensor works just well. You have to report them over here, so we write them down. So there's that 61 that he just hit on that bat. And these then become the averages. Remember, if you're gonna do this, this only works, it calculates the bat speed based on the length of the bat. So you have to put in, it's a 33-inch bat to see the bat speed. Because, right, that makes sense, right? The longer the bat, the faster the swing if your hand is going at a certain speed, right? So there you go. Okay, cool. So we're back to the CAT X Composite. Let's rock and roll, man. Let's get our 5 or so more and get us down to 10, and then we'll see where we're at. CAT X Composite. CAT X Composite round 2. Looked like a laser to me. How fast was that?
70. I was 69. I was 68.
Let's count it.
77.
Weird. All right. CAT X round 2. All right, here we go. This is the CAT X Connect, the last set of these. Round 2. Sounds loud.
72.
Sounds really loud. 72. Bang, so there's the spray chart for the day. That ain't bad. You got a couple on the fence, you know? You're going to be a junior, kind of a smaller hitter, but you can, you make contact. So that's what we like. So this a couple interesting things that I think about this is that if you look at barrel efficiency, we're basically taking the average bat speed that this guy had versus the average exit velocity, and they're dividing those numbers by each other. So if you were to divide 70.4 by 64.2, you'd get 110%, just about. You get 1.10 and probably some change, but we're rounding here. So 110, 108, 110. So this means per bat speed, if you were to look at these two bats, the CAT X and the CAT X Connect are giving you the best efficiency. Now, I don't think a 2% difference means anything. I think that means it's all statistically insignificant at 2%. But if you look at like max carry, right? Max carry is right in here. If you look at the average distance that you hit, these are all metrics that you might care about when you're looking at the best BB Core bat. Now, interesting thing, we think we did it wrong. In fact, we know we did, right? We think this is supposed to say Connect, it's supposed to say Composite. So we messed that up. So maybe I'll write that out, but in the video. But there's no way for me to change it after we started. But this should say Connect, this should say Composite. So, and the check marks I think throw me off a little bit. I almost wish the check marks were not there, because I just want to see the numbers myself, because I don't know that I can look at 68.5 and 67.4 and feel like, oh, this is a significant difference. But it makes it feel like it's significant because it's a green check. Maybe it should be like a yellow check when it's within like 1%. Anyways, that's too much to talk about. In terms of the check marks, the composite would win.
Yeah.
You get 4.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're all right in there.
Yeah.
So after seeing that, does that change your mind on the composite at all versus the Connect? Your last half hits, did you like the Connect any better?
Not really. I like the I like the Connect better, actually.
You like the Connect, the one that's supposed to be right here.
Yeah.
So this data set, worst barrel efficiency, max carry though, at least your furthest hit. Your average hit was middle. This guy middle. This guy middle. That guy lowest on max. And you like the one you did, that one.
Yeah, I like that one better.
In terms of just how it felt.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. These are great bats. Hard to say in terms of barrel. I guess if we're going to use the word barrel efficiency, hard to say there's any barrel that's better than another one. Definitely different feels on each one. Let's look at the balance points really. So when we talk about swing weight, you know us, we love swing weight. Balance point matters a ton on swing weight. So does the pendulum period matters a lot. And then what's the other one? We got balance point, pendulum period, and total weight actually all matter a ton actually. So we can get balance point, and I don't know if we've showed this much ever before, but we can get balance point with two scales. Two scales, and you put a pedestal on the 6-inch mark as well as on the 24-inch mark. And if you put the bat right inside of here like this, you'll get two numbers. You'll get 7.75 on this one, and you'll get 23.6. So if you add these two numbers up, that's the total weight of the bat. And then if you multiply the first number by 6 and add it to the second number multiplied by 24, and then you divide that by the total weight, that actually gives you the balance point in the whatever it is that you're working in inches, because it's 6 and 12 and 24. Anyways, don't overthink that. But you can look that up online. It's just a very simple physics calculation on how to find the exact center of the bat versus like maybe holding your finger or like putting it on something and just hoping it stays. This gives you the exact number. And as we do this and as we repeat it for years and years and have hundreds and thousands of bats almost in our database, it starts to be pretty fun to look at. So let me show you how we take that number on that bat and then the other bats, and we actually create a pivot, and then this thing rotates just back and forth like this, and you time it from when it goes from there to there, and you get all that data, and then you take it and you put it inside of here, and you get some numbers. And so here's those 3 bats, for example: the CAT X, the CAT X Connect, and the CAT X Composite. Stated weight's 33, supposed to be 33 inches long. Sorry, stated weight is 30, and they actually did a pretty decent job of measuring out at 33 inches. Their actual weight, 30, so again, from top to bottom, it goes X, Connect, and Composite. So it's 31.34, 31.48, and 31.33. So all right in there a little. Okay, so once you put all those numbers in there, you get these swing weights, right? So this is actually what it feels like to swing the bat, to pivot around at 6 inches from the knob. So this is the number you kind of want to look at. If you go to the 8800 world, and say you take from like 9,000 down to say, I don't know, 8,700, and you go this way, you'll see these are the bats right here that swing similar to the CAT X 2023. So you got a bat like the Maxim Ultra, the good single piece, the old CAT 6, but notice the size, 32 inch, right? So they went down, they've gone up an inch, but they've kept the swing weight the same, at least compared to the old CAT 6. So that's probably telling you something. Look at a bat like the Nuke, swinging super heavy. That's because it's a 32 right here. But if you look at an old Voodoo, for example, 2021, this bat we actually had swinging pretty light. But bats you're gonna see like the Solo, like the Velo, like maybe even the CAT, well, again, these are 32 inches, so be careful on those. But a bat like the Velo, the Solo, is still gonna swing lighter than the CAT X. But if you scroll up a little bit, look, here's the Voodoo 1, for example, Voodoo 1 and a 33-inch bat. This guy is swinging at 9,100. So the CAT X, at least according to this measurement here, the CAT X actually swings lighter than the Voodoo 1, which a lot of people are gonna be confused by and say, oh, no, it's not true. But hey, man, it's just the physics of it. You'll notice. So you'll notice, for example, our hitter wasn't very close on just guessing after swinging a few times. And we always tell people, man, it's not just shaking the bat. It's not even just measuring the balance point and saying, oh, this one swings light. Like I said, the Voodoo 1 swings actually a little bit heavier than a bat like the Velo or the Solo or the Marucci CAT X 2023, but I think a lot of people just have it in their mind, and so they believe a certain thing. But those 3 bats, for example, if you look real close here, they go in order. The heaviest is the CAT Connect at like 9,500. The CAT X Composite swings like the Voodoo 1 as an example, and like the Meta at 9,000. And then the CAT X is actually 8,800, so light again, like the Solo. 2023 Marucci CAT X line, it's a big deal. Like people like those bats. We think the Composite's great. We think the Connect is gonna be great for that bigger hitter. We think the CAT X is gonna just continue that line great. What else can you say? I mean, we have no doubt the bats are gonna get great reviews. People are gonna like them. Are they leaps and bounds better than the previous line? Although I do know there's a lot of upgrades to the bats. We'll see. I mean, I think it's hard. Everyone's sort of reached the BB core limit, so it's hard to say, oh, we've surpassed it. We haven't had the USSSA bats in hand just yet, so it'll be interesting to see how those do. But man, those USSSA CAT 9 Composite that bat was lights out. So it's gonna be super hard to beat a bat like that. Other than that, you know, they'll be everywhere. Your marketing will be everywhere. I think if you want a light swing and a good feel, then the Composite's the way to go. If you want a big boy bat and you play college and can swing the crap out of the bat, or maybe a high school and a big hitter, I think you'll probably really like the Connect. If you know, you like that stiff, traditional, loud-sounding bat, then I mean, you can't go wrong with just the old CAT X single-piece alloy bat and just get in there, grip it, and rip it. So hope that helps, folks. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.